Welcome back. I'm playing Starship Troopers Terran Command. We're continuing our brutal playthrough, going to complete the primary, secondary objectives, and get achievements for every map mission out there. Unfortunately, I have to redo this one because I failed to do the secondary objective because there's a little bit of a trick to doing this from what I was able to do. So we will show you what that is now. So if you're trying to do this as well, you will know the most effective way of doing this. So the big issue is later on this map, you will have multiple primary, secondary objectives, but the thing that gets to be pretty obnoxious is once you start to get your war support as high, I think it's like 5 or 6, then it starts doing these incredibly dangerous. Sorry, I thought I was about to die there. I was like, am I really gonna have to restart this again? You'll have to start fighting these swarms of bugs that are going to be coming after you. And so what I had tried to do, since one of the achievements is getting your elite fleet officer, is early on I spent like 10 minutes just killing random bugs to get her fully leveled. But unfortunately doing that also gives you war support because that becomes one of the secondary objectives. And that gets you to start completing the story and advancing it faster than what you want to do, because like I said, once you start getting it to a certain level, then all hell starts to break loose, and so then it becomes really hard for you to clear out the other hives and get the supplies, things like that you have to do to get all of your secondary objectives completed. So you need to actually try to kneecap yourself a little bit that you don't end up completing things too quickly. And then for your other objectives here, you have to kill some of these bugs using explosive barrels, so you can set it up and get that objective done right away at the beginning here by doing this. And then you can either decide that you want to set up the guys in the center there to blow up the barrels, or you can end up yeah, see, kill 20 bugs with the
listen up.
Explosive barrels.
I'm Colonel Ava Cortez, and I'm in charge now. Colonel Hawthorne has been court-martialed for insubordination and dereliction of duty, and removed from command. In light of his distinguished service record, the Federation went easy on him. The usual punishment in wartime is a noose. And command has graciously decided to overlook the actions of all you troopers who went along with his plan. Listen, despite what you may think, I'm not celebrating Hawthorne's dismissal. The Colonel was a friend and a good soldier. He deserved better. But he made his choice. And so, things are gonna change around here. Starting now. Enough chit-chat. We have a man to rescue. Hawthorne trained you. I expect you troopers to do him proud.
So what you can do is you can also run these bugs around. If you do it too quickly, like what I was trying to do, it was stopping them from actually getting aggroed onto this because it's considered a cutscene, so it slows everything down, which is nice, because as you know from my Age of Sigmar video, that was really frustrating where you'd want to record the cutscenes and not skip them. But unfortunately that meant that you would have sometimes up to a minute or two of combat happening with your units where they'd be getting killed just standing there doing stupid shit, and then you wouldn't be able to help assist it. So what you can do here is just move everybody together so that way they're next to the barrels here. Now you can do it with the center area as well because you have extra barrels, but I just assume get it all done at one time because they have a bunch of bugs up here as well to help you see the Fleet Liaison's tack strike ability. But if you end up just bringing everybody over here to the center, then you have all these bugs and the barrels up here, and you can just throw that in the center here, blow up those barrels, and that'll be enough for you to get the objective. And then you can finish them off either just with regular combat or with your tack strike. But again, we're trying not to level her up too much because we want to not to be able to beat all the objectives. Oh shit, I ended up shooting him with that's one thing you got to be really careful with on this is when you are going after those barrels, you don't want to accidentally select on a unit and when you mean to blow up the barrels. But anyways, you could have just blown up all those barrels there and you would have killed 20 units. And that's how you set that up for an easy victory here. Now, interestingly, if you've noticed, there's like this little strafing aircraft that's running around. That's actually the fleet liaison's attack. So she's actually got a huge range, which makes her really good at taking out units that attack from a really far range. So you just saw a strafing run there. That's her attack instead of just her regular weapon here.
Order acknowledged. Fleet is ready. Affirmative. Order acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
But that's also what makes her really strong, to be able to level up pretty easily, is effectively she's just calling in these strafing runs over and over again, and then she can also use those barrel bombs to do additional kills. And then once she's leveled up all the way, she has an even more powerful AoE attack here.
Fleet is ready.
Ready here.
Order acknowledged. Yes, sir. Order acknowledged, sir.
Well, let's get this stuff going here.
Ready here. Affirmative. Sir, roger that. Affirmative.
Found the shuttle. And there's Colonel Yarrow.
Where do you need us? Roger that.
Alright, we'll set these guys back to not shooting, or to hold fire, I should say.
Colonel Ava Cortez reporting. We're your ticket home.
Thank you for coming.
Sir, yes, sir.
Any of the other crew survive?
I'm afraid I had to shoot them all. I sensed they were compromised by the bugs. Regrettably, I'm not much of a pilot, so this crude landing was the best I could manage.
You killed your own crew? Why?
Understood. Roger that.
I'm not at liberty to explain
Fleet
further.
is ready.
Just accept that not every human can be trusted. It is imperative I reach command with what I know.
Affirmative.
Understood. We'll call down a shuttle ASAP.
No. I'm not getting on another shuttle until I've vetted the crew. Get me to the main radio station and I'll arrange my own transport. And don't feel guilty about
Order
Hawthorne.
acknowledged.
That whole situation was out of your control.
Affirmative. Colonel, if you're done poking around in my head, we should move out.
Yeah, so you can go north across that bridge and there's just tons of units and hives, and so you can just easily level her up to maximum level, because as you can see, she's already got 2. She's already a level 2 compared to everybody else who's not
Radio
leveled.
station's ready.
Or,
Put in your call.
the snipers are technically level 3
Command,
already.
this is Colonel Victor Yarrow. I need a shuttle. Before launch, place the crew under armed guard and give them a full medical scan. If nothing seems odd, send them for pickup at this location. But if you find something inexplicable in any individual, kill that person. With a flamethrower.
It'll take a while to run those tests. Bugs aren't going to wait that long.
Message, sir.
Until I deliver my information, my survival is more important than the lives of all your troopers combined.
We'll get you on that boat. But we're going to have to work on securing this area to buy us some time.
So while it makes it really easy to move out with the fleet liaison, as you can see with all these secondary objectives, it makes it
Sensors are picking up
hard because you'll get 6 war support and then it activates the next thing, like I was saying here. And so you get 4 from the ammo caches, you get 6 for clearing the bug hives, and then you get 2 for just getting the fleet liaison to the maximum level. So I'm going to keep her back behind at the base, and she'll be available to help protect the base if things are getting out of control. But otherwise, I want to just sit back here and keep her so she's hopefully not leveling, and hopefully the sentry guns will be able to kill units to stop her from gaining experience. And these guys can run around, get the ammo crates, and clear the bug hives out. But again, because you get so many of those requisition here, that it can really mess you up by getting the ammo crates. So the other trick to this is you can get some of the ammo crates, but you need to wait till you actually clear the bug hive and then leave somebody behind to run around and then get the rest of the ammo crates so you can keep getting all that war support. Now, it works out really well if you get all that war support, and they try not to let you do that unless you're messing around with the level, because it makes it really easy to survive the enemy ambush at the end when you have all this war support because you can just make tons of sentry towers to protect your base and easily survive what should be a pretty near impossible defensive mission here.
Our war support has increased, sir.
Because as you can see, unlike in the past where you would get war support once you complete the objectives, you effectively get paid out as soon as you complete one of the things. So I just got war support for getting that ammo cache, not for getting 4 all at once I complete all of those things. Now this can be a little bit tricky here until you get all the way to the side to get that radio tower, just because I'm fighting with a weakened force since I don't have the fleet liaison over here helping me get the kills with her strafing runs and tac support, which is what the game's expecting you to do, especially on the brutal difficulty when you're only doing 50% of the damage. So you just have to be real careful that you're optimizing your positioning here, because these guys definitely struggle taking out a bunch of tigers, because we don't exactly have anybody that does much for armor-piercing attacks, which is why I think you want to send a comms agent with you here to help you reinforce continually as you're suffering losses, because the AI really likes to focus down your flamers here.
A unit has been promoted, sir.
What do you need? Affirmative. Dispatching. Engineers? Yes, sir. What is it? Sir?
So it's like we cleared out the one hive, or the tunnel I should say.
Sir.
Roger that. Look sharp.
Can't tell if he suffered a loss. I think he did. But we got to move up here and take out this clear out this other area here. Unfortunately, he's probably gonna reinforce this other location by the time I get up here, because that still has 2 critters flashing there.
A unit has been promoted, sir.
Sir. With the back, trooper. Roger that. What do you need? Yes, sir.
Alright, so he's down to 1, but I need to pull you back because these guys are about to level up.
Engineers? Now, here they Roger that.
We'll throw that. Oh, that's actually good for us, because for him being elite, that means it actually summons less guys for it to complete the cycle, which is going to make it easier for us to be able to run through
Roger that.
and then clear out this tunnel.
Roger that. Sir.
So let's just get up here. We've cleared everything out, so they have 0
Roger that.
defense, so we can just run our flamers in here and clear that out.
Our war
And
support
first hive is
increased, sir.
taken out,
Construction complete.
and we can start getting better buildings here.
Look sharp.
So now we have to be careful, because we've now gotten up to 3 war support.
Affirmative. I'm on it. Sir.
So effectively what that means is I can't collect any more ammo, or that'll end, or it'll start the next mission, because you get 2 for every bug hive you complete. Or clear, I should say.
Look alive. Good to go. Ready here.
So we can clear this one on the other side of the bridge, but then we don't want to get other points here. But now we can reinforce with some stronger forces here,
Sir.
with some of these E-Pulse troopers to help us fight off the tigers.
Yes, sir.
Miss me?
Roger that.
What do you need? Yes, sir.
Sir. Sir. Affirmative. Move on. Roger that. Sir. Affirmative. Yes.
Engineers? Come on, people.
Snipers?
Yes, sir. Sir, Roger that. Order received.
Alright, well, that was good. I was just on the periphery, so that means they were just suppressed. But this is going to be bad. Well, they're suffering losses now, for sure.
Yes, sir. Order received. Affirmative. Squad, ready for orders. Sir. Squad ready, sir. Good shot. Yes, sir.
Alright, let's get that shotgun suppression going. Ugh. That was such a short shot, I didn't have time to dodge.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Alright, we got to advance so we can start clearing out that hive here.
Move up. Let's stay close. Yes, sir. Squad ready, sir.
At the same time, staying close enough to the other one to take out anybody that may reinforce here.
Awaiting order. Yes. Roger that.
Snipers here. Keep low.
Yeah, the pulse guys are
Engineers. Affirmative.
good at killing infantry and other ground-based units, but they're not very good against anti-air because they have such short
Our war
range.
support has increased.
So see, now we're up to 5 war support, so if we just ran up here and took the ammo up here, we'd trigger the next part of the mission, which is a very hard defensive area, and that's why I was unable to complete the secondary objectives on my first playthrough here. Now, there's really no benefit to completing all these primary, secondary objectives, because some of them will give you rewards and things, but you know, on a mission like this, you can easily do it without it. It's just for bragging rights in case somebody out there is a completionist. So I just wanted to show you how you could do it if that's what you're looking for here. But we're gonna have to split our forces up here because we're kind of getting ourselves into trouble with those guys bombing us over and over again.
Squad moving out. Come on, you apes. Come on. Squad moving out.
Alright, so we made our way through.
Squad moving out. Come on, you apes.
Alright, so we took those guys out.
Engineers reporting.
So again, we
Tell
don't
us what to
want to
do.
take any of these ammo crates because it will
I have HQ.
cause
sir.
us to
Yes, sir.
trigger the next part of the mission, which we do not want to happen.
Sir.
But we do need to rapidly collect them once we are ready for that to happen. Because as you can see, the enemy reinforcements show up right at this corner here, and that's why it makes it hard to push. Now, alternatively, what I could do, I suppose, is had run across and captured the hive right away from the north and then come around this way to complete it, but then you would have trouble getting the ammo.
Engineers.
So I think this is probably the most efficient way of doing this mission. But you guys let me know what you think here. But we'll run these guys up here,
Moving out. Affirmative.
because this will easily be a strong enough force to clear these guys out.
Sir. Yes, sir. Roger that. Engineers.
And we'll
following.
just leave the snipers behind to capture those last 2 ammo crates
Affirmative.
at the very end. Once we take out the hive. And then we can get the other ammo crate as well as we're trying to run our army back to the base.
Yes, sir. Come on. Squad moving out.
Sir. Affirmative. Sniper. On the prowl.
Our turrets are under attack.
Alright, yeah, so they're starting to come after me
Our
here.
base is operational,
Now the
sir.
big thing is you just got to be careful because those grenadiers, as you can see, can range you, and they can easily just kill your towers before the defensive mission starts, so you just got to be very careful.
Yes, sir. Engineers
But the
here
nice
to
thing
check.
is those
Rolling out.
engineers, like you can
Standing
see, are able to repair those towers and help you keep them alive.
Yes. Squad ready.
But we don't
sir.
want to be lollygagging too much because we don't actually want the fleet liaison to be getting too many kills, because again, we don't want her to level up because that's going to give us 2 war support, and that could also trigger the next part of the mission, which we're trying to avoid.
Engineers reporting. Tell us what to do.
Sir. Yes, sir. Sir. Affirmative. Squad ready, sir. Sir.
Engineers reporting. Roger that.
Squad ready. Roger that, sir. Yes, sir. Power back. Sir. Move up. Squad ready, sir. Follow me. Sir.
This ain't gonna be a
Power back. Affirmative. Roger that.
I have
Roger that.
Alright, we need to just keep pushing here and dodging these attacks. And actually on my first playthrough I tried to clear out this hive network with our fleet liaison while I was leveling up, but while I was able to make some good progress with it, the hoppers were actually the strongest hindrance for me, because you have, you know, a bunch of single entity squads with your, well, it's the snipers technically have two, but it was like sniper, fleet officer, liaison, colonel, and it just made it too hard to keep them from getting stunned by all those hoppers attacking you, because they kind of struggle at killing anti-air. Killing anti-air. They're not the best anti-air units, is what I was trying to say. And it would just overwhelm you, because you would get 3 or 4 of them getting summoned. So we'll start running these guys over here to start running these guys back to the camp. And now all hell is going to start breaking loose.
Increased, sir.
The bugs are coming. I can sense them.
Yes, sir. We're going to have to pull back to the inner defenses and shorten our lines.
Our war support has increased, sir.
Alright, so we'll get those guys over here. We've got this ammo here. Run those guys back to there. And now effectively we've got 50 seconds to try to get all of our other objectives done.
Our war support has increased,
so we just
sir.
got all the ammunition crates. Open up those doors, and now we'll start trying to build up
Tell us what to do.
some base turrets here with all this war support that we have, because we have 8.
Orders?
Construction complete.
Sir, affirmative.
So there really should be no issues there. Traditionally, you'd want to have like an E-Pulse soldier next to the colonel there, because towards the end he will get attacked. But honestly, I can just put a bunch of turrets around him, and that should be fine to keep him
Alert.
safe.
Bug attack inbound. Construction complete.
Engineers here. Sniper team. Sir?
Construction complete.
Yes?
We've got a unit under attack.
Yeah. So as you can see, those dang hopper bugs are pretty good at taking out snipers.
Under attack.
Alright, so we completed all of our objectives. We got, well, not yet. We have to get our fleet liaison to be elite yet too. But after that, we should have all of our objectives. We've got all 4 ammo caches. We've got, we cleared the 3 bug hives. Unfortunately, the AI neutral NPC units are not smart enough to dodge those
Construction complete.
plasma grenader shots. But then I just ate one in the face too, so I guess I shouldn't be throwing too much shade. But our fleet liaison should pretty easily be able to become elite here, I would say, with all these guys attacking us.
Construction complete.
Squad moving out. Yes, sir. Sir?
Dropships on standby. Ready for orders.
Alright, so we got 50 seconds. Alright, so we got her fully leveled now. As you can see, we got that other ability for her. And that's like an orbital strike. But because I'm microing everybody, trying to avoid these grenader strikes, I'm not using it. But we're supposed to be totally getting overwhelmed here, and we're just kind of holding our battle lines without much difficulty right now, because we have so many freaking turrets. But now we've completed every secondary objective, as you can tell from the check marks there. All ammo caches, all bug hives,
Seems I get to live
and an
another
elite
day.
fleet liaison. Now,
For the first
unfortunately,
time, you get a unit, you did
we might suffer
well.
losses at the end here because it's not letting us move it with the ending video cinematic
You're
here.
alive, Colonel. I've been told that's what matters. Fleet is standing by to evacuate. Get everyone back to the dropships.
But as you can see, we got all of our objectives there, so we will continue on.
No more intelligence leaks. Psychic operatives have discovered the bug's despicable methods for stealing our secrets. And just in time, Federation scientists are developing a new wonder weapon to annihilate the arachnid threat. And it is Qualashan Industry that is providing the key material components behind this miracle of military engineering. Citizens can rest easy, knowing its secrets are safe from prying bug eyes.
Alright, and with that, we'll call it quits here for the day. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe to encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.